Good morning, Ross. So when is CSS2 dropping? Soon enough. All right. Right, we needed to fix the... I need to go look what the coach is. It should be just... Right, we're hitting a 500. Yeah. So we hit here, and then this, yeah. By the way, you write on X, you have been in Eldrick, seen it. By the way, it's a copy pasta. A couple people got it. I cribbed this from Jordan Walk, who's the creator of React, because he posted this making fun of some crypto people. So he posted this whole thing out, and then I took this and just edited it for Tailwind. I thought it was hilarious. So many people didn't pick up on that at all, though. Speaking of the legend. So, I saw you replied to my tweet about domains on Vercel, and I went and I looked at why we don't sell them right now. And it's because there's additional policy requirements for Norway domains, which if I might have it here to show you. Norway's actually seems to be like one of the harder ones to support. If we go to this window, oh, I'm not gonna have it. Let's see here. Let's see if I can get it. Norway TLD. Recently also got new regulations 1 Jan. Norway TLD policy requirements. Let me see if I can find them. I'm working on well, I'll go into more detail in a minute, but oh, they must register and provide a personal identification code, which will start with n.pri. We have to keep track of how many a person's bought. And so right now, if you went to one of our biggest problems at Vercel right now, if you went to vercel.domains, or I guess an easier one would be domains.vercel.com, you would find that if we just did like foobar_baz, like if I wanted to buy foobar_baz.app, I click buy. If I click confirm right now, it would just buy this for me. We don't collect policy information requirement when we need to. So that's like what I'm working on right now, is so we get compliant there. And part of that will be starting to be able to support TLDs like .no, but the ones that have harder policy requirements have less of a priority. But hopefully, I would love to get to the point where we can sell that, and if we do, I'll make sure you're the first person that can buy one on Vercel. Current year agency. I wonder if we support transfer in. One second. Where are are you? Auto renew. Grace period, no redemption period. No charge, no change. So you technically could transfer them in. There's a chance you could transfer them into Vercel. Yeah, we don't have bulk import right now. That's something I want to do in the next couple months. All right, so I know I want to run some updates here. Let's install Ghosty, get Nix updated. Thought there would be, it doesn't look like it. I mean, we can look. Zkick. Really? I mean, I honestly wouldn't transfer them in until we have support for selling it, because I mean, we can run new domains. Yeah. One, I would love to know like where you find the best price for them at is, because we're trying to work on getting our prices even lower, because right now we sell at cost, so we give our customers the price directly from the registry. But I think we can potentially partner with other registries to get our prices even lower. And I would rather have really solid support for stuff, especially if you're managing domains on behalf of other people, because we don't have good policy requirement collection systems in. I don't think it'd be worth it. That's specifically for like .no and country code TLDs. If you're sitting on like a bunch of .coms and stuff, like there's a good chance that Vercel you're gonna get the best prices on, because most places that offer at cost domains offer at cost on the purchase and then put fees on the renewals, where even on renewals we pass through the direct cost to our customers and don't take anything. So like we make no money off domains. I gotta go start a load of laundry for Justine. I will be right back. Good thing Nick's Flake update's running. There we go. Yeah, actually, Ross, I do have another question. Since you manage that many domains, what has been the best tools for you to manage them in bulk? Because that's definitely one thing I want to nail on Vercel is like bulk domain management. So like if you have good ideas or have had good experiences or just have like ideas in general about tooling that would make that really nice, like I'd love to hear it. What up, Buffy? We unfortunately manage them one by one. Are you doing things like DNS management and SSL management, or are you just managing like renewals and like registry type operations? Actually, let me see something else here. Tmux. Let's get into Tmux. And let's go up here. We know we're getting the activity events now. We gotta fix this. Yeah, this is what we gotta fix today. DNS renewals, email. What up, Suyash? Jay, no cam. Wait, my camera's not on right now? Oh, it's not. What the frick? Why? I didn't even notice that. Hold on. Hodl. There we go. Sorry about that. I had no idea my camera wasn't on. Thank you, Suyash. I didn't realize everyone gets VIP. Boom. All right. Barely change DNS once everything is set up. Yeah. Sweet. Well, I gotta come up with some bulk management domain stuff. All right, we gotta fix this. One thing I remember is that this needs timestamps on it now, and these types currently don't have timestamps. So let's go do that. How do we want to do this? Do we just put created at and updated at? They shouldn't have updated at. They can always have a created at. Yeah, I think that's okay. Which these are gonna fail. Or it's gonna fail in the other direction. These need created at. And this is gonna need, this will have payload or event dot created at. Yeah. Let's yoink that, and then we're just gonna come down and do that. and that, and oh. Motivation. All right, we'll do that. All right, now they should have at least created at on there. I don't know, but managing the database is the most problematic thing I've ever done. What problems are you running into, Siyash? Out of curiosity. All right, let's go back to the UI here. All of these should have created ad on it. Saying one of them doesn't. Metric report reviewed. All right, let's fix these first. So this will be user signs. This will be tag instead of type. And this will be user signs up. And the payload user, oh, is this user ID? All right, user ID, get full name. Oh, fuck. The user's not on there. Right. Do we try to enrich it on query? Optimization, debugging, complex series, all that for scaling. Chat, how do we want to do this? This gets tricky. This is problematic. All right, I think this is just going to take a query because we have the data to enrich it, right? Well, let's first LSP restart. We should at least be getting created out on here. What up, Kraut? What up, Costa? Nice, Suyash. Back. I did not answer about DNS. So, bulk DNS, like really the only thing I can think that would make sense on most providers is like setting name servers or CNAME records, right? But in the context of Vercel, for companies that, hold on here, let me get Vercel open. There we go. So like if I come in here and let's pretend R10, I'm like an enterprise user, right? Come on, log me in. So there's a lot of customers on Vercel that are kind of like operating in almost a multi-tenant way, or maybe they're a company that has multiple teams. And at the moment, Vercel doesn't have like the concept of like, we don't have an entity to group teams together. So like if you're Fubar Baz company and you have an API team and a front end team, and they both have teams, right? You would have like front end team, and then you would have like back end team. Because maybe like they all have a bunch of projects on that team, then like you can shove it all under one team, but we don't have that like organization level group. Dude. So what gets really confusing is like when you're managing domains is like I can't see, let's say I'm using this on like multiple teams, which is possible. Like I can't see where this is being used and if it's being used by other teams or if there's subdomains being used with it. So one of the things I want to do is kind of change the concept of domain ownership and like delegation on Vercel. So like I basically kind of want to leverage DNS's model of ownership here. Like I want you to be able to, if you have verified, hold on, I gotta get Winnie to chill out. Winnie Marie. Enough. Okay. Basically being able to see what teams and projects are using subzones or subdomains of your domain, and you should be able to delegate.
I have something to show you, I'm sorry.
Down.
Buddy, sit. I said sit, that's not a sit.
Buddy, sit.
Stay.
What? Oh my goodness, so cute.
Look at you just wiggling about. The ear.
He's so fluffy.
He's so floofy. That's all. Let's go.
You shut my door?
Yeah.
Winnie, out. Go get your puppy chow.
Winnie, you want breakfast? Let's get breakfast. Come on.
Go get your puppy chow.
Come on.
Yeah, you should be able to delegate subzones and sub things to other teams, and then like imagine you have a view where it's like you see your root domain, and then you can see all the, you know, DNS records for your root zone, and then you can see each of your subzones or subdomains, and you can either delegate those to other teams to use and or override DNS records, SSL, redirects, whatever. Because right now there's no one place to see like everything about a single domain. Has our DNS product ever been compromised? No, it hasn't. because of the way we do ownership, there's like some confusing ways you can, like, people can technically squat domains, but you can get around it all the time with a DNS validation record, like a TXT record. And it doesn't happen often, and it's kind of like this odd timing thing that you'd have to know, but it has happened before. All right, what are we doing here? We are fixing up. All right, yeah, we have created that now. We need to enrich the user on query. I'm sure that comes from here. Yeah. Get all events. All right, I'm gonna have to write this query by hand because I don't want to fight Drizzle to figure it out. We'll translate it to Drizzle. We'll probably have ChatGPT translate it to Drizzle once we write it. But we have a couple activity events here. That's sus that that is null. That should not be the case. Speaking of Vercel, is there some kind of type account switcher, as in how GitHub is? My friend has a Vercel account linked to his GitHub account, but I always get logged into mine even when switching. Link to his GitHub. I always get logged into mine even when switching to it on GitHub. I don't quite understand what you mean, Bothy. Like, I don't want to log into that. Like, this thing up here, like I can switch between different teams on one. Like, that's Vercel work stuff. This is what I'm doing for the client work. This is a project of work that we're doing. My personal stuff. What about just? I seen you've been on your stream grind. I was watching a bit here the past couple days. All right, sounds good, Buffy. All right, I want to figure out why this is coming in as null, because that should not be the case. And we're gonna have to fix that before we fix this query. Where do we publish this event? Right there. Ah, that's why. And what does this want? This wants a user assessment ID created at timestamp. Right, we can get clever with the publish function. It's still weird that that came as null, though, because these are all gonna have known for, and we can also grab like and omit. What does this type do? And then we can also come in here and we can do a or, and we can omit created at, and then down here when we actually go to publish it, we can do created at, and we can do new date, and that will work. And now if we go back to this publish, this should be good. But that's so weird that let's nuke the database and try to sign up again. What are you using to build the CLI, out of curiosity? Yeah, the title's nice. I am after 2 guys streams. Nice to meet you. What are you up to exploring the Supabase DB? I am working on building like an activity log MK, where basically events get logged as users do things. And I have like this model of logging events where there's an actor type, an actor ID, an object type. So like who performed the action, their identifier, what did they act on, that object's object ID or ID I should say, and then the type of the event they took or the type of the action they took, and then if there's a payload with it, which right now there's a bug with prospective client completes onboarding assessment, which there shouldn't be, which is sus. So we're gonna go ahead and just get to a clean state and go ahead and recreate a new user. Go simple and small. Go is great for making CLIs. All right, let's go ahead and get out of here. Oops, don't want to do that. We want to go, we can quit Discord to our app. And we can go to localhost. And we can come over here. Yep, we're going to get logged out. All right, we're going to sign up for our account. We'll say, what up, Rohan? Andres Rohan will be the name. 717-8675309. Dylan.mulroy plus client at gmail.com. Foobar. Yeah, it's DataGrip by JetBrains. I love DataGrip. So we should have a email verification. Yep, there it is. We're just gonna click this, open that, verify, go through our stuff here. And we get through that. We need to upload our performance metrics. And now we have to go and update the status to I think it's payment. And that should kick us into the pay screen. Yep, we'll pay for a yearly thing. That will kick us over here. We go ahead and do Dylan.mulroy plus client at gmail.com. We'll do card. And we'll put in, let's blur my screen. I have the test card saved, but this is not unlocked. What the fuck? Typo. There we go. We can unblur. We'll take the Stripe test card, fill that in. Zip, go ahead and fill that in. We don't need you. Subscribe. This should kick us back to the dashboard now. Redirect. Oh, that's a bug. That's a bug. We didn't get the payment. I guess we didn't try that whole flow since we refactored the payment table. Yeah, look at that. We didn't get that. Oh, that's because it would have hit our... It would have hit on... Vercel, and we're not deployed on this version. Right. It would have hit our dev environment, not our local environment. Fucking webhooks. Did you build a checkout page and functions from scratch? The actual checkout page that loaded, that is a Stripe checkout link. And then I listened for the redirect, which this didn't work because it's locally. But once I deploy this, there is, where's the webhook here? I have an API route for the webhooks. Yeah. So in here, I basically just sit and listen for the webhook. When we get invoice paid, I go and I update the user status. So in here, I can just come and we can simulate a payment by setting the user's status now to completed. And we'll just say this is going to be 1, 2, 3, even though that's not true. We'll commit those, and now this should end up taking us, we hit a refresh, this should take us to the dashboard now. We should be redirecting 401. What is this getting 401 on? Prospective. Oh yeah, this gets updated to client too. I forgot. There we go. That will fix that. Now we're in here. And normally all that state update that just happened right there, that would have happened by the Stripe webhook. So now I want to go look at this activity event log. This all looks good. That still came in as null. Okay. So we saw where that was getting published. Where was that? Let's quit out and go back in, and we want to say prospective client completes onboarding assessment. It gets published right here. Why would this be publishing null? This tells me there's something wrong in the client, right? So if we go into publish and we match on do we see a error message about why? It's possible this is coming out as null. The serialized function could be wrong too. Maybe this doesn't even have a payload. It doesn't have a payload. Okay, that's not a bug. That is just correct. Because the actor type is the prospective client. The actor ID is the prospective client ID. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that doesn't have extra data with it. All right. That makes sense. I thought that was a bug. That's actually just intended. LOL. Close tabs to the right. Let's get a new query console open. And we're gonna basically write this so we can enrich. I basically want to enrich the objects and the actors on here. So let's go new query console, and we're going to select star from activity event. What is the hot keybinds? Option Command L. All right. And we want to do like conditional we want to do left joins. So it'd be like left join user
functions describe the world.
User U, we'll call this event on event dot, that's an expensive query though. How do I want to do this? Can you do conditional joins in SQL? Is that like a thing? Are conditional joins a thing in SQL? Sounds good, Buffy. Did the music? Oh my god, everything's breaking this morning. There we go. Music cue's back. Okay, we can do a case statement. Okay, so we can do a really we want an inner join. Inner join user U on event dot actor ID equals event, or this would be U dot ID when, not when, and event dot actor type is equal to user. What is this subset about? Okay. And is that, I don't think that's gonna work, is it? Will that run? Maybe it does run. Do we get the user object? Oh, we do. Okay. Okay. And really, so start inner join. This would be, yeah. I think we can do, we can basically just do a couple of these joins, right? What are our other events? Our other types. Let's bump this over here. This is probably not the one we want to look at. This is probably the one we want to look at. Prospective client. And is there an in user client coach, and this will be prospective client. Let's see if we still get the same thing here, and we'll comment that out. Was that not going to comment? Alright, we'll just get rid of that. If I run this, yeah, we got more there. That looks good. Okay, so then we can put that back. Actually, let's yoink that, put that there. What are our other actor types? User, prospective client, coach, user, client. I think the actor is pretty much always going to be one of those. And it's always going to be a user. So then we want to inner join. This one's going to be the more annoying query. So we have an onboarding assessment. Inner join, onboarding, user assessment. We'll do UA on, this is going to be change end, object ID equals UA and event dot object type in, it's not going to be in, it's going to be onboarding assessment. Will that run? That does not work. But that works. Is it not inner join? Is it left outer join? Or left join is going to be the same thing as an outer join, right? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now we should see. Yeah. Assessment ID. In fact, we don't even need to enrich the object ID. Now that I think about it, we really only need to enrich the actor for now. Yeah. And really, this will be an inner join. User, client, coach. Why did we lose the one? There, we got it back. Okay. And do all of these have the user on there? So we still have a prospective client. Do I have a typo somewhere? Prospective. So stupid, chat. Prospective client. We can come in here and we can fix that. Let's actually just go update it. Actor type, fix that. And now our query should be good. Yeah, there we go. Now we should see user IDs for everything. All right, we got the users on there. Okay. So then we can take this query and we can
Functions describe the
and we'll
world.
go to our code editor, and in our get all, is that in here? Get all events. Is this a, let's make this a, let's make this a, what is the right word for queries? Prepared statement? We should have queries. Oh, is that not in this project? Where are the queries? Queries. We want to do get activity events with enriched actors. This will be get all activity event with enriched actors, and this will be equals our db.select from activity event where we don't even need to where we need to join. We need to left join user equals activity event dot actor ID on user.id. That should get us the activity events with the actors on it, as long as the actors are users, which all of our actors are users right now. So then we'll just say prepare, and we'll name this, name is the same as the const, and we'll go back into here. I wonder if I can just execute this database.execute. Can I pass this a prepared statement? Get all activity events with enriched actors. Nah. Get query. What up, Faye? Thank you for the follow, Fora. You don't really need to dependency inject this.
Functions describe the world.
Whatever, we can get rid of this, and we can do get all activity events with actors. Thank you for the follow, MK. Appreciate you. Didn't that just import? Okay, there we go. dot execute. Yeah. So it has the user on it, and it has the activity event. So if we go to deserialize, this is going to get a object that has a user that has a user on it, and it's going to have a activity event, which will be a persisted activity event. That's correct. Right, we need to do the typings on the outside. I hate doing it this way. We'll do type deserialize input is equal read only. In here, this will be user, which will be a type of, do one of these quick, type of user dot, was it select? And first select, yeah. And then we'll have a activity event, which there's a typo there. Activity event will have type of, that'll be persisted activity event. And this will be the input. Activity event. Deserialize input. And then we'll just say const event equals activity event, just to get that working. How can I add a field to every member of a discriminated union in TypeScript? No, actually, I'm building with Svelte 5 and EffectTS. I have like a little job queue server that is watching a table in Postgres or a channel using PG Notify and for asynchronous work. So I'm basically using PG Notify like SQS. U extends any U and F. Oh, that's clever. Yeah, that actually makes sense. Because I don't think this is gonna work, right? If I do like activity event and I union, not union, I intersect activity event, let's just say like foo bar, right? Does that add foo bar to everyone? Like if I do declare const x is going to be a activity event with enriched actor, if x dot, oh it does. So what happens, maybe that will work. Unify intersection, and just drop that in, paste that out there, import that. That does work. Okay, that will work. Okay, so what we really want is this is going to be a read only. We'll wrap that as the generic type, and then in here, this will be actor. And we know right now that the actor is always going to be a user, so we don't have to overcomplicate this. And in most cases, the actor always will be a user. Which means on here, then we just add essentially an actor field, right? And this would be like the user. Basically, we just add that to each of these. User activity event. What doesn't match? Type property user incompatible. Okay, fine. We'll go back to using type of user dot infer select. And this is now upset about what? We did did we do an outer join or a left join? I guess this could technically be like null. I guess it probably needs to be an inner join, right? If we do an inner join, does this break? No, inner join's fine. So let's go fix that. Where's that? That's under queries. And this should be changed to J, inner join. Yeah, now that's fixed. X should have actor on it. Dot actor dot, yeah. Look at that, now we have all our stuff. So this is gonna turn an activity event enriched with an actor. There's a way to, how do we do this in TypeScript? Exhaustive case statement TypeScript. It's like asserting a tag is like never, right? Like it's like const underscore is going to be never equals event.type, and if that ever errors, that means we missed one, right? Oh, right. Because we did make it a string and we removed it as an enum from the database. Okay. The problem is I also, this is just a string. We could cast it, but actually maybe we should. We could write that quick. That will probably save my ass down the road.
Functions describe the world. All right. This is our point of failure right here. So we just have to be really careful in this one. Yeah, it's really annoying, but I can't think of a better way to do this in a type safe way without really just wasting a bunch of time. Oh, we could do, I know what we can do. We can do event types, and this will be a activity event type array, right? User verifies email, perspective. I don't know how to do one of each. Maybe we can have ChatGPT help us real quick. Write a TypeScript type that takes a string literal union and creates a tuple type where tuple/array type where each member of the union appears once and only once. Oh boy. All right, what's this say here? Union to intersection. I've written this type before. Recursive type to build up the tuple. Alright, fuck that. I don't care. That's too much work. I don't feel like maintaining that. This will fail fast. Okay. So now do I have invariant? No, I don't. Over dramatics. All right, this is gonna be fine. We can use that, and we just wrote keep event types up to date, or you will lose type safety. And then over here we can say, in fact, we can even do something better here. We can say asserts. And then here we'll say if event types dot includes stir as activity event type, and we'll say not. Then we can get rid of this. We'll throw new error. It's an invariant. We'll say stir was not found in the activity event list. The event type list. Whatever, that's good enough. And we can use this over here, and we can do asserts activity event type, and we'll just get event dot type, right? And now we know this should be casted to an activity event type. And now down here, I can do what I was saying to do before, right? I can come here and I can say const underscore is never equals event dot type. And if I were to ever forget one of these, so I ignore that there, this is gonna error. See, look at this. Boom. But as long as I put the thing back, we're happy. All right. All right. So now we get the actor back, right? And we should be able to go on this page. Where was our lib source routes authenticated main coach? No, activity events card. Yeah, in here. This should have type errors everywhere. Yeah. And now this should be, we should be able to take everywhere that says payload.user, and we should be able to just do actor. Because this is really a activity event. Did we not export that type? Or did we put that? Where did we put that? Activity, yeah, let's move that. That's gonna go into events. And we'll do activity event. We'll do this. Import you. Import you. That's exported now. Go back over to client. You need to import you. There's gonna be a bunch of imports that aren't used here. And now, what up, Davey? Let's see here. Actor does not, oh yeah, because we didn't import that type. We want this one. And rather than this, we can come in here and we can just paste that in. Now we have one error, which we know this is wrong. It's just LSP, the LSP being dumb. All right, that feels like everything's type safe. It feels like, man, I really... Is there a type in TypeFest that does this? It'd be nice to have that extra safety. I just don't want to maintain this type because this is an obnoxious type. TypeFest. I haven't planned out that quite yet, Zen. Maybe I haven't decided if I'm actually going to do that yet or not. Yeah, I basically want to take a string literal union and make it a tuple. Well, it's not an object. T extends object, no. K extends string. I'll try it. Key of union. Where was key of union? Keys of a union. Create a union of given type. Is that really? Oh, that won't work. Let me try what Nuts just said. Did I not copy something here? Expected, what did I miss? T extends object, then we take key of T, in for K, K extends string. Ooh, that gives me an idea. We can say, let's just say type foo. We'll take a T. T extends. Where did K come from? We inferred K. Oh, right. String
Functions
union
describe the world.
to array of string literal type script. Ah. Or no. We want to go backwards. String union to string array. And then they say what? Must include TU. And U is a non-empty array. No, see, that doesn't work. Whatever. I don't want to waste time on this. The infer K captures all the keys. Oh, not keys of an object, the type itself. The infer K, yeah. I have the type of all the tags right there. I just would want to convert that to a TypeScript iterate over union members to construct new type. Can I do that? So you're saying that, which looks good in practice. And it do key of T. have to surround T in this. I don't think that's working. Because now I'm getting all the string methods on it, or all the array methods. I think you need to... Whatever. This is... I knew I was going to waste time on this. I was going to get nerd sniped on it. It's fine. I just have to remember to keep this... basically... Well, there's another way we could do this dynamically. Watch this. We're going to say... const activity event types is going to, this is going to get evaluated at startup time. We'll just do a little immediately invoked function expression, and we'll come in here and we'll say, we'll make a copy of, let's see here. Just call this foo right now, and we'll do a spread on activity event. And then we'll come on here and we'll say delete foo.is, and we'll do a delete foo.match. Does not exist. Record property key unknown property key unknown, and then we just say return, right, because that's gonna have on it my freaking LSP stopped working. Great, thank you. Down here, where were we? We were in here. Activity event dot, if we delete is in match. Actually, we can do this even a better way without doing something stupid like that. We can do object dot keys. In fact, we can get rid of the immediately invoked function expression now, and we'll just do activity event, and we'll do object dot keys, and this is going to be that, and then we'll filter x or key, and we'll just say key does not equal is, and or is it or? No, it's and key does not equal match. And now we have a list of all the activity events, and we can come down here, and this is safe, and we just paste in activity event types. Activity event types, right? Boom. There we go. Thank you, JavaScript. Sometimes you can lean into dynamism. Okay. Great. that works well. Let's type check the project. It looks like we're type checked. I'm a little bit skeptical of that. Let's hop over here. And then we need to make a coach user. So we have a command line utility for that. Is that in this list? Change directory into scripts. C development data, C tenant. Yeah, that's at the root. So let's go up to the root. And in here we have list scripts. Yeah, bun, run. Yep. Great. So if we open up an incognito and we come over and we go to localhost here and we log into this and we just add, that's some ugly styling, foo bar, sign in, internal error. So we're still getting an internal error. Why? I don't get any logs there. Close that. User signs up was not found in the activity list. Oh. Is activity events... Did that just not get evaluated correctly? Never thank JavaScript. It's like, oh yeah, 1 + 1. Object.key. I suspect this is empty. And object.key does not equal match. That's the right filter, no? User signs up as... It almost feels like activity event. It looks like it's an empty array. It is an empty array. What? Thank you for the raid, Avocado Violet. Welcome, raiders. How was your stream? What were you working on? We are working on a activity log. For all the events that can happen in our application. So I'm guessing this is Effect doing something funny here because all right, we're just gonna go back and what happens if we do object.assign and we assign this to that. One last try here. I think it's doing something funny on the prototype where it's not copying. We can try something here. One last thing to try would be for key const key in activity event. We'll come in here and we'll just do console.log key, and then we'll say const activity event types is an empty array, and this should at least get us rerun. Where is foo coming from? Foo should not be logged anymore. Oh, we do log it. A lot of leak coding. Nice. My edit Ghosty just crashed. That might be the first time that Ghosty has ever crashed on me. All right, so we can't get the keys of that thing, which is strange. All right, we're just gonna go back and we're gonna do this the easy way, which was see how far back this is. Yeah, we'll go here. Get rid of that. Undefined is in activity events card. Yeah, that shouldn't be here. Probably just haha, there we go. Look at that. First try, chat. Look at that. That's a bug. That should say clients. And the URLs are right, but that's fine for now. Okay. First try. I saw it as the first try. We all saw it as the first try. So when we're looking at the activity tab, we have
Functions
these events now,
describe
right?
the world.
We have these activity events. Client uploads, user signs up. We're eventually finding missions, word of mouth, and former colleagues, connections of connections. There's no way to tie, I mean, there is a way to tie this back, but at query time, how do I tie a
Functions
metric report
describe
reviewed
the
back to a
world.
user at query time without inspecting? It's like I need to do a double query. Hmm. Let me think about this. I'm gonna go start another cup of coffee and think on this. Because there's not a great way to do this with the way I structured this event. All right, I'll be right back, chat. It's take me like, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes to get beans ground and everything set up for when I'm done streaming.
I have a solution. I figured it out. We're going to double log an event. So when a coach reviews a metric, we're going to have, this is actually going to become coach, or how are we going to say this? Metric by coach. So we'll do that. And let's go fix that quick. We'll do that, and then that, and we'll yank and word that. We'll rename this, save that. That should be that. Type check again. So we're going to make a second event, and it'll be metric report reviewed for client. And that's how we do it. Because double logging events is cheap as hell. It doesn't matter. We can publish too. So this will be by coach.
Speaks the gospel of the camel. I speak
Thank
the
you for
gospel of the dunes.
Follow,
The
or
sand is
sub.
in my
Thank you for
veins.
the sub. 2 months in
Come
a row.
ride a
Thank
camel
you,
with
Shady
me
Milkman.
today.
Appreciate you. All right, so now we get this metric report reviewed by coach. We're going to make another event that will get published at the same time as that event, right? And this will be, let's go to events. This will be metric report reviewed by coach. And this will be, instead of by coach, this will be for client, right? And this will be client ID. We don't even need coach ID there. Let's grab that. Come up and update this. Paste that in. And we'll come and we'll extract that event. By coach for client. And then we jump over to here. Yep. And we're going to grab this block. We're going to throw that in. This is going to be for client. Actor type is going to be client. Client ID. Objective type. We don't need a payload. Yep, we don't have it handled down here. We like that. Paste that there. Change to there. Metric report reviewed for client. This will be client ID. Get rid of that. There we go. That's how we do that. And now when we go get this, we just double log it, right? We go here. Where do we emit this? Where do we publish that? Search script publish metric was it a backslash metric oh, did we not even publish that event yet?
Okay. Well, I guess we don't publish that event yet, so dumb, but okay. Yeah, so what will happen is we'll just log 2 events, one from the coach's perspective, one from that one. Then we have a good, we can define, yeah, this is, yep, Mona Lisa. I love Mona Lisa font, it's so good. And the creator is such a good dude too. Would happily pay for this font over and over again. Okay, that's gonna break our front end bit now, which is totally fine. In fact, we don't even have that one in here. LOL. Size of your perspective, client uploads metric report. So how many tags do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and our events, we have 6. So we don't need these 2. I mean, we really should have this one. So let's add that in. Well, let's find what else is missing. Prospective client completes, user signs up. Yep, that's in there. Let's make these ordered by metric report reviewed for by PUU. User makes payment. That's probably not on there. Yeah, that's the one that's missing. So let's reorganize these. So this will be if, and we'll come down to here, take that, we'll come up here, put that in there. This becomes an else if. Or wait, hold on here. So this becomes you become that. And then we need another one. User signs up, user verify email. You go above those. And then when you have user makes payment, right? So this will be user makes payment. And this doesn't need to be a, okay, that can be that. That looks good. Paid and invoice. And we can do the same thing around this, right? A/A, and in here we'll say this gets that class, yoink. Throw in the class there. And then it also gets href. The href we should have on the payload, right? Event dot stripe invoice URL. Let's go.
Functions describe the world.
Yeah, that looks good. I think that's gonna be right. And then the last one, it would be that one we just added, right? Which would be metric report reviewed for client. So let's add that in above here, and we'll go down to that. You want that, put that there. And this is going to be metric report reviewed for client. LSP restart. And this will be client ID. And the actor will be that. You reviewed a report, and then we'll just wrap this. Hold on, it's getting sloppy. We should really I can't define snippets in normal other files, which is insanely annoying. What up, Jacob? Typoed invoice. Good luck. I'll fix that in a sec. You reviewed a performance metric report for, yeah, that's what we want. This isn't an onboarding assessment. This is going to be metrics report. Dude, come on. Get rid of that. All right, where did I put invoice? Because I spelled that wrong. Invoice. There we go. All right. So if we deploy this, actually we can mock this up. Not really. It's kind of a pain in the ass. Let's go ahead and merge this all, because we should be able to see. That file doesn't exist anywhere in the GitHub. Kickstart tree. That link works for me. Look, works for me. All right, yeah, let's push all this code. Lots of code. It's fine. Go to GitHub. Oh, we're still in incognito. GitHub. LOL 62. I'm gonna blur my screen quick, make sure I didn't get any environment variables in here. Okay, that all looks good. Man, I say this often, but sometimes I forget how much code I actually write for this project. Plus 10,000. It's kind of crazy, right? Squash and merge, baby. Oh, that's not the right, whatever. It's okay. So that should kick off a deploy on Vercel then. Yep. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to go look at the deploy. CI checks. Oh, that's me. I don't get my norm. April 1st. April 1st is the launch date. Although I'm flying out to LA to meet with them. I'm going to spend a long weekend and we're going to hack together and knock out like a ton of stuff. Basically just like the final kind of yeah, like it's kind of grown. There's never been like a hard launch date. Like I wanted to get an MVP done in like November-ish, and then some requirements changed and a little bit of scope change. So that's what I've been working on over the past 2 months is like that scope change there. But I really wanted to spend time on polishing like the underlying systems of this because I will be responsible for maintaining it for a while, and I want it to just be easy to debug, easy to maintain. So like I want things like authentication not causing headaches. I want good audit logs, which is what like I've been building the past week or so. The job queue server, very important that works well and handles errors and has telemetry. So we've got telemetry on everything. We have solid error handling. We have I have good admin scripts and tools. I have good observability over the app. So when it launches, there's not there won't be a ton of like chance for failure, but at some point over the next year we're going to expand it to be multi-tenant, and when we go multi-tenant, that's when it's going to get interesting. I'm excited for that. All right, so we look like we deployed. So if we do we have users right now in here? I kind of want to probably nuke again. I have some infra work to do too. I think I'm going to move a bunch of the infrastructure to AWS. I think the like final architecture I'm going to land on is that I move off Supabase and into RDS. I move off of Supabase for blob storage into S3. I move off of fly.io onto an EC2 instance. Basically get it all just like in AWS for dirt cheap, and then my front end, the SvelteKit app, will live on Vercel. And basically it'll be for sell to AWS. Yeah, exactly. So basically this coach is going to sell the app to other financial advisor coaches. Basically, like the blueprint, he's selling a blueprint. One, he's selling his own program, which, I mean, his own coaching program is already close to a multi-million-dollar business. But he's going to sell the blueprint for coaching to other coaches, and they're going to use this platform. And yeah, just getting like the underlying, like all these data models I have designed in such a way that I can just tack on a tenant ID to basically all of these and shard the database. That, not really shard, right? Because it's still going to be one instance because the amount of data here is never going to be huge. But we can partition is still not the right word. We can basically tack on a tenant ID to most of these tables and pretty much get it for free. I was just gonna do tenant ID and not separate schemas because it's just easier on me to maintain that way. I mean, we could do separate schemas. Maybe that's not the worst idea. I don't know. We'll play with it when we get there. What, PJ? R10 stands for revolution. All right, let's go ahead and clear out everything, and we're gonna run through on development and see how. I want to see if the payment table works here. We can nuke the activity events. Assessment, those all stay. Job queue, that can get nuked. All right, so we're on here, and let's just go ahead and make a coach user, which we can do locally. We have a script to make a coach. So let's say ZR10, and we'll do bun run scripts bun run. Oh wait, what is the cat package JSON? The script is add coach. Bun run add user coach. Oh, that probably just made a random ass email, didn't it? Stupid. Add, yeah, that's what we want right there. Okay. And then on one screen, let's minimize this, minimize that, and we'll do on this screen the coach, Dylan.Mulroy plus coach at gmail.com. Sign in. Yep, we're logged in. There's no clients. That looks good. And then we'll open up an incognito over here and we'll sign up. Basically on every call. Yeah, I kind of like, I don't know if Drizzle has an easy way to deal with multiple schemas, which is why like I'm inclined to use the tenant ID and just pass it around because I can enforce that with TypeScript super easy. So we sign up and we'll just say Jacob codes and we'll do 717-867-5309 Dylan.Mulroy plus client at gmail.com. foobar, create that. We get a verification code. Yeah, let me just go grab the verification code over here. That'll be right there. Yoink that, copy. I need to trim this input box on submit. Verify code. Yep, that looks good. Look at that. The events are populating over here. Isn't that sick? We'll say I've been in business 7 years. And I have 45 households. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Come through this, just make some answers. And then we'll upload our metrics report. Look at this. Look at this. Upload. Submitted. Boom. Popping in. Isn't that fucking slick? So now I should be able to come over here. Ooh, is that not gonna take me to the client? That link might be broken. Ooh, that link is broken. What is the link there? /coach. That should be right. I don't know why that was breaking. It's like, that works when we get over here. We click approve. Ah, that redirected me to the wrong place. That should take me to payments. Yeah, that's a bug. So I'm gonna go fix that really quick. That's gonna be in the activity. I'm probably going to split this out into multiple apps too, rather than using routes. Because right now I'm just using routes to like /client/coach. I'll probably just break them up into separate apps and deploy them separately at some point. I'll probably do like a week of just DevOps work. So under client ID, page.server, there should be a action in here for approved prospective client. Yep. This is wrong. This prepared statement is setting, this should be going to payment. Yeah. And then how do our hooks? Okay, that should not change the role yet. We changed the role in the webhook route. So we're going to try this one more time and go through the sign-up flow. Okay, we do set the client to, yeah. And we also assign the Stripe customer ID. Okay, that looks good. So let's sign out of this user. And we'll do another sign up. We're gonna have to redeploy. There's also that weird bug that when I was clicking, why was that happening? Remember I was clicking that button on the dashboard? In fact, we should still be able to see this in here. That's not working. It's like the event is getting swallowed. Preview origin not set. 504. Does that even launch a network request? Is anything happening here when I click that? Let's check. Oh, we just 504'd. God, this website pisses me off. We want
Functions
my cell
describe
logs.
the world.
All right, well, this doesn't really tell me anything. I thought that might give me better information.
Functions describe the world.
So that link is going to be right here. Which if we look at Coach client ID. That looks fine. Okay, so it will render it as a link as long as it has the href attribute. That's what I thought. So why is that button not working? It's sus. I use a plugin for OBS from Perplex, or who, I forget the person who does it. He's a streamer. I forget his name every time, but the plugin is filters, composite blur. Finite, yeah, finite singularity is the person. I find it super weird that that's get clients and prospective users. Seems fine. All right, so that should kick off a deploy on Vercel. This is our incognito tab. So let's go to our other tab here. I can't get to the right tab. There we go. Deployments should be kicking off right now. Okay, so if I refresh over here, this should be like good, right? And now I'm just gonna watch the logs. As we log in here, and we're gonna sign up, and we're gonna do Shady Milkman, and we'll do 999 999 1212 Dylan.Mulroy plus milkman at gmail.com. Create account. We get our verification code. So let's go grab that quick. Show. Yoink that. I need to fix the I have a ticket for that. So that's not untracked. I know that's a thing. Paste this in, trim it. We need to trim that input. We'll see that show up over here. Should see Shady Milkman verified their email. Yep. We'll step through this again quick. I do love seeing this update in real time. Like, that's sick. Yeah, I built it all myself. We upload metrics. That gets uploaded. We should see upload a new metric report. And now I should be able to click that. Links aren't working. Like, we all see that link right there. Like, that is the right link. Open link in new tab. Like, right here it is. But it's not. I'm gonna have to. If I click approve now on this side as the coach, this should kick me to the payment screen. There we go. And now I check out. And I should be able to do. Oh, what was the name of this? Was it just Milkman? Is that what I made it? Card. And we'll use 424242424242 4242 424 Shady Milkman 696969. Subscribe. That should have hit our WebSocket. Come on. Something tells me our WebSocket didn't get hit. Is that using this Svelte thing for refetching? Yeah, I'm invalidating every like 5 seconds. All right, so we have a bug with the webhooks, which we should be able to go look at Stripe. Invoice paid. So it was acknowledged. We processed it, which then, given that we processed it, I would expect to see a row in the payment table, which we don't see. Which makes me then think that we would expect to see a log, an error potentially in here on the webhook endpoint. User ID was not found on event metadata. I still don't know why the buttons aren't working. Oh man, I just got raided. I was getting ready to wrap up. Janet, thank you for the raid. I appreciate you. Yo, same though. Same dragon. I feel that. Chat, if you're not following Janet, you should be, and you're missing out, especially if you like FP and Clojure and just quality streams. All right, so I'm gonna make some notes. We ran into some bugs here. So to do for Tuesday, we have to fix Stripe webhook. webhook. Figure out why links are borked. Yeah, no. I'm wrapping up.
Okay.
Those are like the two big ones. I'm gonna go look at the Stripe webhook real quick to see if we can figure that out. That'll be under API webhook Stripe in here, and so we're not finding the user ID off the metadata. So how do we get the? Because I assumed like when you
Functions describe
click make
the
payment,
world.
I can add query params that get added to metadata. I thought client so onboarding payment down here. Where do we create the link? Payment options. Oh, did we do a redirect? Is that what we do under the covers? Checkout session URL. What do we do with this thing? It's a button. It's an href. So we must create the checkout session on this server and then serve it up.
Functions describe the world.
Metadata, there's the user ID. We attach it to the metadata. All right, let's look at the Stripe event real quick. So the line item doesn't have it. Not on the top level metadata. Fuck, it's on the checkout session. And we freaking refactored away from using the checkout session. Can I put this on here? No.
Oh, Stripe. The refresh token ending must have auth validation. I'm developing right now. I'm using session auth.
Hey,
Hmm.
I'm leaving.
Okay.
Dishwasher is unloaded.
Okay.
I don't know what time they'll be here, but I'm guessing 12.
When will you be back?
I don't know. The vet appointment's at 11.
Okay.
And she needs help wrangling all the puppies because they're...
Will you be back to pay them is more what I'm asking.
There is...
Davey says hi. Wait, you are a software engineer at Vercel and you do freelance? Yes. I'm annoyed that I can't pass through. Like the invoice doesn't pass through the metadata that has the user ID, which is
Functions
super
describe the
unfortunate.
world.
I could like stick this stuff in a cache. I don't know if the payment intent is gonna work here. Because I don't think the payment intent's on the invoice paid, which is what we're looking at, right? Where's the event we process? I think we look at invoice paid. And I don't think this has the payment intent on it. Lines. It's a line item. Plan. Price. Subscription. Payment intent. So we have a link to the payment intent. Man, are we gonna have to process multiple? I was hoping just to freaking... I was hoping to just use one freaking event, but I think we're gonna have to use multiple.
Vercel achieved AGI internally, so I gotta make a living somehow. Facts. I don't think I can. I just don't think there's any other fields I can just take advantage of here. Expand. Custom fields. That's not going to be on the invoice.
Functions describe the world.
What do I get on here? Can I do invoice data? Oh, let's go. Let's go. This might work. We're going to go step through this again, I think. Oh, please make this work. This would be so nice. All right. So we can get back to trying this super quickly by setting this person's database state back to payment pending. The status is payment, I think, just payment. And then if we come back here, yeah, so we get back to this screen. So then we do checkout. We'll do this again, and we'll do plus milkman card 4242424244 stripe test card. Shady milkman. Subscribe. All right, let's see what Stripe webhooks we got here. We should see new ones. 7, yep. This is in the wrong time zone, but that's fine. All right, and we're looking at invoice paid. Now, did any of that metadata, oh, we had to redeploy. Damn it. Damn it, chat, damn it. All right, this is the last thing I have time to try. See you, Ross. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you. Shoot, I used v0.dev for a lot of it. I need to add margins on this page though. This should not be full width. All right, that's deploying. We should see that deploy over here. Whoops. Yeah, this is not the right one. We want the coach view, which is here. Over to Vercel. Let's make sure we deploy deployment. Here, deployments, that's building. And we can go ahead and update the user state again back to payment. Refresh. Paste that in, eat that in, good. Yep, back to payment. Oh yeah, v0 is amazing. All right, we're redeployed. So let's refresh. Oh, now we're getting an internal server error. Sus. Why would we get that? Invalid, missing. Oh, you son of a bitch. Okay. Enabled is true. Another deploy. Is the terminal split that 70-30 something you're doing with tmux? Yeah, I have tmux. Well, these are just NeoVim splits, and then this the terminal that toggles down below, that's a tmux split. And then I have windows up top for tmux, right? And also sessions. So it's a combo of NeoVim windows and tmux windows, panes, and sessions. Come on. Still. All right, we really borked something here. Let's go ahead and look at the logs. Onboarding payment, internal server. You cannot pass payment data in subscription mode. Oh my lord, okay. Then give me a type error. All right, one last try here. I keep saying we're gonna do one last thing. I'm gonna switch back to Turbo. We had a bug with Turbo where it was caching incorrectly. That's right. That's why we switched off it. All right, we should be deployed, right? Deploying outputs. Come on. All right, we're deployed. Let's go look at our logs. I believe. Oh no. Oh no. Function timeout. All right, do we think that I just have the user in a bad state, which is certainly possible, which this seems fine. There's no trailing. I might just be, let's see where I get redirected to on here, right? All right, we're getting timeouts. All right, so clearly it doesn't like what's going on here. Just to make sure this ends up working, if I comment that out. I don't know why it is hitting this page, huh? Just get everything back to a working state here. I mean, we can just listen. The easy solution here is to not be lazy and just process multiple webhook events. That's like the real thing to do. Like we can listen to checkout, payment, whatever it is, checkout session complete, and we can update the user then. And then when we see paid invoice, that's when we can update like the user row and
Functions
insert the
describe
invoice
the
URLs
world.
and IDs on that. It's just annoying that I can't carry that data along.
Functions describe the world.
Okay, so this should be fine. This should have worked, actually. All right, so we're back here. All right, we'll mess with this tomorrow. But for now, I got to run, y'all. Thank you for hanging out. Janet, if you're still around, thank you for the raid. Appreciate y'all. And we'll try to figure out this trickiness with Stripe. I mean, like I said, worst case, we can just process multiple webhook events rather than one. But it feels like that invoice creation option should work. So yeah, we'll debug that a little bit tomorrow. And thank you, everyone. Thank you, Tim and Copel, for the follows. And let's go raid. We got Togglebit going. Oh, we're raiding Giacomo. Jack. That's what we call him. So Jack is on the Gleam core team, and he is one of the best educators in the world. You can learn so much from this person, chat. They work on building Gleam's compiler, and yeah, one of my favorite people to watch. I will be hanging out watching Jack. So yeah, thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow.